Hello again, everybody. It's Harry Boxer, the technical trader at thetechtrader.com. These are the charts of the day. It's Tuesday, July the 7th, and it was a hell of a rally this afternoon in Wall Street. The market really closed well, and with that kind of spike we had off the low and thrust we had, which is what I always look for important lows, I think at least a short-term bottom has been put in, but we'll have to get a follow-through. Let's take a look at some new stuff and some old stuff, and a couple stocks I'm intrigued by, one of which is Celldex. If you take a look at Celldex, you remember when this base was forming and it broke out and I gave you a swing on it and it worked its way nicely in a five-wave advance? Well, since then it's had a mini five-wave decline, or should I say consolidation, and that's been lasting 3.5 months now. So I think this is getting ready for something. It appears like it's moving up here. Volume's increasing a little bit. It's right underneath resistance at the 50-day moving average at 25.87, closed about 14 cents underneath that. We can get a punch through here and then take out the recent highs around 26.84. I think we got something. Short-term targets at 30, 32.5, and then 36. CYNO. This is a stock we don't talk too much about, but what a beautiful chart. And it's thinly traded for the most part, but today it jumped 208 or 5.5%. The volume is pretty darn good for this stock, 320,000. It was the second biggest volume in, about 5 weeks. So with this kind of a thrust off the moving averages and trend line, it appears that we'd have to set a target somewhere up about there, which puts it up about 43, 44 short-term. And on an intermediate or secondary basis, 50. HIMX, after building a one-year base, appears to be on its way again. Now, this was a nice move in June. And then a corrected pullback falling wedge on lower volume, but today, the breakaway gap, the breakout through the declining tops line, and up against resistance here near 858.60. So in that range, if we can punch through or follow through tomorrow, expect a quick retest of 9, followed by a move to targets at 936 and 1010, 45.50. Well, La Jolla Pharmaceuticals, well, a week ago I mentioned the fact that it had broken out across this double top and out of the neckline of an inverse head and shoulders. The volume is strong on that breakout, and it pulled back a little bit, but today increased again as it reached resistance near the top of this channel. So I'm not sure how much more it's got short term, but momentum is strong in this one. It wouldn't shock me to see a push to the mid and then high 30s. But let's see if we get a pullback retest set up. That would be good. Susie's Eli Lilly, LLY, has been doing great, and in the last year and a half has gone from the 47 range to 88, nearly doubling. And you can see that recently, after the big run up here and spike with heavy volume, it had a nice bullish falling wedge, a pop breakout but no follow through, and then another 3-day pullback on low volume, which then was followed by the last 4 days up in a row. Today it broke out across the tops and out of the wedge. Volume increased to 6.9 million. It was up 238 or a little less than 3%, but it feels like a stock wants to go into the low to mid 90s. Look for 95.6 as a target. NBLY has been acting great since we put a swing on it in the high 30s back in March, and you can see that it's gone up to as high as 56 and change today. There's overhead resistance up here at the top of the channel as well, but momentum is strong and it's been holding. The stop would be on the 51. The target would be about 59.60. To get through that, it could really fly, but that's my short-term target. Novavax, a new swing, has been acting great, and if you can see the breakout and pull back, this consolidation sets it up very nicely for more upside. I target 13.75. The next move beyond that, 17. Well, PHT broke out today. It's not a stock I talk about much, but it's been a beautiful rising channel for the last couple of years, and you can see that if it does break out above here, it'll appear to today. Look for a test of 58 short-term, and then 63.4 secondary target, with a longer-term target way up there near the top of the channel. RDUS swing trades acting great as well. You can see the breakout there. We gave you the swing. It popped, pulled back, and now has a rising wedge, which sometimes is very bullish in an uptrend. And you can see that if it maintains volume and breaks out above the 70.5 range over the next couple of days, we could run to 80 and then near 100. We'll have to just see what this does. The long-term target is near 115. HGYP didn't do very well today, but it was up a fraction, 2 cents. What I like about it is that 7.9 million shares traded in the stock appears to be turning upward. My short-term targets is 11.5 to 12 zone. If we can get through that, the stock has a lot more potential for something in the mid-teens, maybe even a takeout. SUNE, well, SUNY's been one of my favorite solos, if not my favorite solo all year. You can see how this falling wedge and moving average violation held support, and then it snapped right back. If I can get a follow-through on SUNE above 30.70, and today's high was 30.59, then we should see a test of that Recent highs at 32.60, and beyond that, I'm looking for 35. TERP, the sister company, is doing very well in here, and you can see that it broke out of the declining tops line. It's setting up here for a potential move through the recent high. This little double top area. If we get through that, I'm expecting a run at 43, and then intermediate wise, we could see something in the high 40s. TGTX, a swing trade, appears to be setting up nicely. I love this little hidden shoulders pop through the neckline, which happen to be there, and then the pullback from resistance, and a nice little flag set up today, broke out, jumping only 35 cents or 2%, but volume pushing up near 1 million, and if we can get it through this zone, which I think we're going to see move towards 20. Beyond 20, that's the highs for the last 6-7 months. We could see a run into the mid-20s. And lastly tonight is TSYS, which popped on very big volume for the stock, 1.2 million, the biggest volume since September. It jumped 36 cents or almost 11%. And you can see that the highs back in March around 394 may be tested shortly. If that's taken out, and I think it may be, we could get a run to the mid-4s and then maybe the mid-5s. And that's it for tonight, everybody. Have a good evening. This is HB signing off. I'll talk to you tomorrow in the trading room.